Mitch, maybe a Mitch.
Yeah, but it might be too early to tell.
It might not be.
Anyway, welcome to Cliff Alert. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode number 3.
And today we're going to focus on Kristen
and
Mitch. But before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe and send us your comments. Because this is an interesting couple.
For sure. The episode begins with Kristen having a one-on-one conversation
with her father, who she did not tell she's on Married at First Sight. She's gonna be married, and he shows up in a short sleeve shirt and some slacks, and she thought that would be okay.
The casual gear at a formal, she dropped that all on him right then and there.
Good God Almighty.
Something ain't right about that. Anyway, the dad is kind of skeptical, kind of shocked by this whole conversation and where Kristen is taking it in terms of what's being revealed to him right then and there.
He was surprised. His face turned a little bit of red, but he did recover quickly, and he said he's gonna stand with her.
Basically, what he said was, "Okay, you can go for it. You have my blessing."
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, because she was kind of very worried about just the idea or notion of having his blessing.
Right, but she got his blessing. So to me, why didn't she prepare for him? Because she said she's a daddy's girl. So if the man said, "Okay, I give you my blessing," why didn't she have a dress suit waiting for him, the shirt, the tie, the whole 9 yards? Why didn't she have at least that prepared for him?
I don't know. I don't know what her mindset was. Mitch getting prepared in the dressing room for the wedding ceremony.
Mitch is high-strung, and he likes the entourage. He likes the attention. He cannot tie a bow tie, and he knows he'll be wearing a bow tie. He leaves responsibility for tying the bow tie to his friends when they couldn't do it, and maybe go on the Google and find out how to do it.
He really began acting like a Mitch.
He started acting up, and it was unseemly, not a good look. He had the same kind of meltdown when the beautician cut his hair short.
Hairstylist,
yeah. When he went off on her. Yeah. Admit that he once acted up in the coffee shop. So I don't know how much of this she is likely to take.
Yeah, he just kind of made it obvious to us that are viewing this episode that he's not all about the pomp and circumstances surrounding this. He just wanted to go through it and be married.
Yeah, and he had this bizarre thought that Kristen is dressed up too much. She got on heels. He doesn't like women who have on makeup and have that look. And I'm wondering, does he know where he is? What wedding has this brother been to that the woman, the bride, the center of the attention at that given point in time, is not dressed up, does not have on heels?
Hell if I know.
What did he want her to show up in? Flip-flops and a maxi dress?
I don't know. He claims that he likes women to look natural and all that, but in a formal ceremony and setting, how natural can you be?
Absolutely.
That's what he said he wanted. Anyway, I ain't trying to figure that one out.
Okay.
Anyway, Kristen in her confessional basically stated that this is the craziest thing she's ever done.
No, it's not, girl. No, it's not. She did admit that she married a dude.
No, she was engaged to a dude.
She was engaged to a dude, and she spent her entire life savings on the wedding, a destination wedding, no
4 years ago, and it didn't. It fell through
because he was having an affair.
As a result, she ended up paying for the ring.
she was she paid for everything. So
Right.
when she said that was the riskiest thing
No, the
she has
craziest
ever,
thing.
the craziest thing that I beg to differ.
I might find some amens and hallelujahs and God of witnesses out there in the, in the viewing audience on that one, boy, because you got one here.
Oh my God! I wish we had a tambourine.
Hello. Oh, damn. Taking it to church, y'all. He's playing. Anyway, Mitch, they then proceed to Mitch at the ceremony, stand waiting on his bride to be, Kristen, whom he has not seen.
Right.
Yeah, and
her friends were whooping it up because they thought he was an attractive man.
Right,
He is an attractive man when he closes his mouth.
Yeah, and he's visibly nervous, and
well,
that's
naturally
understandable. And I think that there was a little bit of the doubt or cynicism.
Yeah, but he didn't surrender himself to the process. He was way too critical and signed up with his John Hancock on a contract for a lifetime.
Yeah.
You're gonna be doing Married at First Sight, and I'm sure he has seen what this is all about.
Yeah, he should have, or at least known something of what was coming. But that's just me. Kristen was actually a little nervous too.
When she got the ring, she thought of her ex-fiance, but she left the ring. She said she had to give the ring a moment because you know how we girls are when diamonds are involved. We like that fire. Initially, when Kristen's mom walked down the aisle, he thought that was his person because her mom is an attractive woman.
His smile was more reserved, and I think it was basically because he felt like, not necessarily there was no what he would later reveal as a spark initially by physically, what he saw. But on the other hand, Kristen was the opposite end of the spectrum. She was giddy about who she
Kristen
saw.
She thought he was hot. She wanted to do that kiss.
She was
talking it up. She was talking it up. She was happy.
Yeah, and when she began to express her sentiment, her dad began to smile.
Yeah, her father was happy with what Mitch looked like. He presented himself well.
Mitch stood there. He was kind of looking uncomfortable as far as I was concerned.
Right, because once Mitch opens his mouth, the problem just falls out.
Right.
They got married and they had their private time, and that's when all this stuff was coming out from Mitch. He didn't have any light in his eyes. To me, he seemed cold and distant and not too sure of what's going to go on. He wanted her to manage her expectation.
He seemed like he was happy, to be married, but at the same time not necessarily enthralled by whom he was married to.
That smile didn't go to reach his eyes. He was not a happy man. He actually said he was not attracted to her, but at least she had big bits and pieces. Well, I mean, come on, dude.
And I kind of felt like during the reception, when they began to take pictures with the family members and all that, he was a little uncomfortable at that point too, and I kind of felt like Kristen picked up on it and said basically that Mitch doesn't seem like, or he's not a picture guy.
Again, surrendering yourself to the process. At weddings, people usually take pictures. It's not. It's not a new thing.
I'm clueless about what
I don't know what he was complaining about.
I don't know either, but he did end up saying that he thought she was voluptuous, right?
Yeah, but that's obvious. A man is gonna be attracted to the obvious. Do you understand? That's not heavy lifting.
Right.
But to surrender himself, I keep repeating that, just to be a normal human being at a wedding, your wedding. Turn the dial down on your foolishness.
Yeah. It was strange, to say the least, for me. But anyway, later on at the reception, Mitch begins to kind of, I don't want to say loud talk, but mention out loud that somebody needs to get Kristen a jacket because she's cold and all of that, because she's feeling a little chilled, and what needs to happen here is this.
Does he not know that he had on a jacket?
Maybe he forgot.
I think that's all brothers know that, right? I
They should.
mean,
Maybe he was
it's
still
just
nervous.
simple taking off the jacket you got on and putting it
around
on
her.
his shoulders.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe he lost focus. I don't know. Yeah, I think he was overwhelmed by the process and the experience. Maybe that explains some of his kind of like confusing or strange behavior. She was hot for, like you said, hot for the man.
She was dehydrated and she wanted her fix that very night. In fact, she told her friends on the what she plans to do and what she hopes for. But the dude wasn't into it. He talked about his past life, what he would do, and I mean, these people spend a lot of time talking about sex, with the between the husband and wife, and no consideration that they probably just met. And Mitch didn't look like he was into Kristen at all.
Yeah, they as the ceremony went on, the reception ceremony went on a little bit longer. I think he may have warmed up to Kristen a little bit more and kind of relaxed a little bit more.
They had their first dance. Of course, he can't dance.
Hold on a minute. One awkward moment at that reception was when Mitch actually got a chance to speak with Kristen's mother.
Kristen's mother.
Yeah, because I kind of think that he, like you said, was surprised that, at least for a split second or a split moment, that was not who he was supposed to be married to.
Right.
Because I think he visibly had a little bit of a positive reaction to what he saw.
But he started complaining, and she said, "Well, why did you sign up for this process?"
Exactly.
If you're not open,
you're
not that dude. Why are you here?
Right.
And she came out and asked him, and he
right.
came up
if you're
with
not
some.
the love at first sight kind of guy, why are you checking? Why are you checking for this process?
I don't think he's just having a one-off. Yeah. This is who he is.
And to make matters worse, he also admitted to her that he's not really, that concerned about financial stuff.
That means he's broke.
Yeah, maybe the coins is kind of sparse in the pocket.
Maybe that's why. Something just occurred to me. Maybe the reason why he doesn't want her to be so attached to hair, makeup, shoes, clothes is that he probably will be unable to give her that. Perhaps. Maybe. I'm just saying, I'm just speculating here.
And then I think
but it's unusual for a man meeting a woman to be so, I wish she didn't have this. And it's all a sliding scale for him rather than going up. I wish she had this.
Yeah.
I wish she didn't have this.
Yeah. And then later on in that episode, he ran into Miguel in the men's room.
Yes.
And, he kind of chopped it up with him just briefly and admitted that he was happy to be married and, in the process. And Miguel actually expressed the same kind of sentiment.
Because he said he left that trying to date and signed up for married at first sight. So this man has a learning curve how to deal with women, and it's not gonna go well for him.
Yeah, I just there's something about this connection that I am skeptical to say the least about.
No,
for sure.
No.
So is it too presumptuous of me to kind of basically state that you don't think that you're predicting that this one ain't no way in hell it's gonna work?
That's my prediction, unless Mitch gets some sort of learning curve from maybe his sister-in-law.
Let me just say this right here and now. I'm in agreement with you, wifey, on that one. Mitch is going to be a problem. Okay. And all of his Mitchiness, he's going to be an issue for Kristen. I don't think that he's really fully committed to it, despite what he says. And the telltale signs for me are, his reserved, reaction and or look when he first saw Kristen, and other things that he said that kind of lead me to believe that he's not really feeling her. And that this is not going to last.
So that's all we have. It's not going to be easy.
Not that I'm wishing them anything but the best, but that's not what my gut telling me, man.
Anywho, blessings always. We'll see you in the next bit. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and send us your comments.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you. Have a good one.
See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.